What's going on, fellas? This is a video update to the timing chain galley gasket incident that I had with my Infiniti G37 Journey. This is a 2008 Infiniti, and right around 90,000 miles, I think it was, I experienced the codes P0021 and P0054, I think it was, which are the infamous timing chain galley gasket codes. And I just wanted to do an update that I am now at 171,000 miles. The check engine light finally just came on this car. Most likely it's a result of driving through a bunch of salt in the mountains here, and the catalytic converter deficiency code was one of the codes, so most likely that's all that is. But for anyone who's an Infiniti G37 owner and you're looking for information on the timing chain galley gasket, I have fixed mine nearly 80,000 miles ago. So there were no consequences of the car running like that for months, maybe even longer. I don't know how long that gasket had been leaking. So, because when I took it to the place to get the codes checked, no codes were present as far as the check engine light's concerned. The codes only came up when they did a diagnostic. So I was driving around with my car going into limp mode, not knowing why, for the most part. But other than that, the car is running fine. I have renewed faith in Infiniti. Anyone who has watched my video when I took that car apart will also make note that there was a head gasket leak. Well, it's not really a leak. It's what they call a weep. It's weeping. It's not necessarily leaking. I have been driving for about 5,000 miles on the same coolant level in my radiator. So anyone who saw the head gasket weep in the video, that's nothing to be concerned of, really. So you're all good. If you own an Infiniti, don't freak out. You're not gonna die. It's not the absolute end of the world. I do like this car, and anything else that happens to it, I'm gonna post for you guys, because one of the things that sucked for me when I went to buy this car is there was no information on it. It's kind of a defeated purpose by now with the amount of time and all. I mean, who's gonna want to try to buy one of these cars at this point in the game? But if you do, just be prepared to tear the front of the engine off and change the gasket in the engine. I can say one thing about the gasket. For some reason, the gasket sticks very well on the engine in some spots, but just comes off like it's not even there in others. So I don't know how likely it is that every gasket would fail. It may just be a very select group of gaskets that were poorly manufactured. But for the most part, the gasket replacements have held up thus far, and I am so not nice to this car. So it has been pretty much just tortured, and it's still driving. So I just wanted to post this update for anyone who is interested to see the conclusion of that video. And this is proof that I have definitely made it a long way since then. So that's all I got.